2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Pistons taking on the Nets. For the Pistons, it's been a tough road for this team so far, but tonight they'll have the energy of the home crowd on their side, and they look to ride that to victory. Nets, Pistons, tip-off coming up next. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden has led the league in points per game the last 3 seasons. And the Beard said, honestly, it's not even about me scoring. Teams are playing me for the pass. I just try to make the best play, and whether that's scoring or passing, every game is different. Kevin, back to you.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking.
So the Nets starting 5. Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Green, then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for the Pistons, Wright is out there with Jackson. Then there's Plumlee. Then there's Jeremy Grant. And it's Bay in at the 3. Down low, Green. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
And Wright kicks to Grant. Plumlee trying to break loose. Green with the block. Lobs it up for Jordan. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Detroit with the ball. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
Well, you know, the ball movement was lacking, and you know things got stagnant. That's why their offense looked so off.
Here's Green, and Wright pulls it down. The Pistons have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here is Harden. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Harris against Wright. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's Jordan, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Here's the break. Jackson from long range. Brooklyn with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
You can't leave empty points at the line. Those are gimmies, no excuses.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
The learning curve for point guards in the NBA can be pretty steep, but Irving was a quick study. It didn't take him long to become an elite player.
Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Wright. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Now, here is Irving. Incredible numbers looking at his scoring averages. He's currently scoring more than 28 points a game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
For Detroit, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Passes it to Grant. Harden against Wright. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Wright. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jeff Green picks one up. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
First one falls for him. Good on both. Nets leading by 3. Now, here is Harden. Three-pointer. The rebound by Grant.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Wright. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And stolen by Harris. Harden with it. Now Wright defended. Harden the pass to Green. And the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick and roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch and shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Well, here's the thing. Irving draws so much attention from the defense. I mean, there's always a guy left wide open.
Poke loose. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Harden inside the three-point line, and it falls over the rim and in.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
Here's Bay, guarded by Harris. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Grant, that's good.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Pass to Green. Here's Harris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Nets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one. Pistons trailed by 4. Inside. Plumlee trying to break loose. Grant, that's good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Harden finds Jordan. Now Irving. Tips it, and there's Jordan, putting it right back in. Jordan's got his second bucket.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Offensive rebound. Bay. Jordan with some nice D.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Plumlee with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Green against Grant. Shoots from the elbow. Misses off the left iron. And it's Wright with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. 4-point game. Wasted no time on that one.
Well, he's not going to get an easier look than that. Don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
And here's Harden for 3. Rebound, Detroit.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Bay. From deep 3-point range, Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, an awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
And it's sent back by Irving. Harris dishes to Irving.
Got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
He lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Smith outside. From 11 feet away, some solid defense from Brown. So for the Pistons, their last game a loss to Indiana.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
The pass to Stewart. Back to Smith. Unloads. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Nets leading by 5. Now Johnson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Round kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. 6 to shoot and out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Let's see some of the numbers here for James Harden.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Now, here's Doumbouya. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Off with the layup.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Claxton the pass to Brown. And Sekou Doumbouya is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Claxton the pass to Luwawu. Fires it up. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. And the Nets lead by 7.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Taking a look at some stats for Brown. His last 10 games, he's putting up 9 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
That one is off.
And you know, known for that rim-rocking dunking ability, Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Jackson against Brown. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Lee with the steal. Down low. Kicks to Smith. Back to Lee. Can they get it? Bucket is good.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
And here is Brown. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
And so it's Detroit with the ball, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. The shot's good from Smith.
And so assured. Can't give an inch of breathing room to Smith Jr. That's when he strikes.
Griffin against Lee. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
In Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yeah, G.A., he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there. Yes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Blake Griffin hits them both. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Doumbouya, good. 1:27 left in the first quarter. Johnson, the pass to Griffin. Passes it to Claxton. Just 5 to shoot. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Claxton's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And how about the level of concentration on display here by Jackson? Doesn't shy away from getting hit while shooting.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They lead by 4. Johnson outside. Offensive rebound, Nets. And that one drops for him. Claxton's got 6 points.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Lee kicks to Jackson. Back to Lee. To the inside. Jackson misses. Brooklyn leading by 6.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Both good from the line that time. 17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Brown against Smith. Fires from deep. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Right back after this break. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot. I'm able to play off, on the wings.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Brown, also Johnson out there. Griffin is out there with Luwawu, and it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. The first one falls. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, or Kevin Durant and Kyrie?
Oof. Well,
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know,
That
Kawhi's
is.
got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Now here's Johnson to the middle. Griffin down low. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Okay, nice move by Griffin. Give this guy credit. He's added so many moves to his game.
The Nets have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And a big boost to his offense. Griffin's improved shooting consistency from long range, from mid-range, from the line.
Both free throws good from Griffin. Here's Lee. Pass to Jackson. Griffin with the steal. Oh, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back there.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Jackson. Averaging 13 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Pistons trail by 9. Lee passes to Smith. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. In transition, here come the Nets. Griffin's shot is good.
Excellent at recognizing when to shoot off the pass. Griffin is so good at catching the D by surprise.
Lee dishes to Jackson. A beautiful reverse layup. Jackson's got 5 now.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Outside Griffin. Back to Johnson. Over Lee. Lock at 6. That one off the back iron and out.
He's going to have a tough time hitting that if he can't create a little more space for himself.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And it's Brown missing. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 9 points. A steal. Here's Luwawu. 14 points from him the last game against Utah. Here's Johnson. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. That's tipped. Right against Green. The kick out to Irving. The 19-foot shot, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for Brooklyn.
And the feel Irving has for the mid-range game, effective at working this area of the court.
Here's Grant. No good on the three. The Nets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And that's good. Kyrie Irving for 3. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he doesn't have a clear path to the hoop, so why not? I mean, pull up and bury the 3 in transition.
Here's Bay, guarded by Harris. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And the dunk by Jordan.
And how about the vertical of Jordan, easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Pass to Bay. Over Harris. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pistons trailed by 21.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the Nets. They're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, there's the Pistons. Just need to take it a game at a time.
And right now for Brooklyn, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
They had a plan coming into the year. I mean, they stuck to it, and it's worked to perfection.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Irving with it, guarded now by Jackson. Irving can't get it to go.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Irving passes to Harden. There's the triple. The shot will not fall. And Detroit the other way now. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And then it starts to become a mental block. You start to think, oh, man, I can't miss the next one.
And the Pistons with possession here. James Harden getting it to go from deep.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now, here is Irving. He's got 8. Can't hit that one. Plumlee with some nice D.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Jackson kicks to right. There's the pass to Grant. Back to right. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Green. There's the lob for Harris. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here's Grant. 29 points for him last game against the Pacers in Indy. Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way! And he doesn't always feel the need to get fancy on those dunks, but when Jordan does, he makes it something special, just like that one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
Jordan no good on the free throw.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Bay. He's covered by Irving. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Harden inside the three-point line. But they get it back. Harris, Jordan, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 6 points in the quarter.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Harden against Wright. They get a hand on it, and out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Looking now at the numbers for Wright, really been a key contributor over the past month. Averaging 9 points per game, 5 assists, and just over 2 steals. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
His nose for the ball has never been better. I mean, his transition defense really stands out. If you get careless in the open court, he'll make you pay.
They get it back. Pistons trailed by 21. Pass to Jackson. Wright looking around. Here's Bay. Green with the block.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
And it's Wright sending it back to the paint. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Lobbed up there for Green and stolen by Wright. Jackson in the corner. Lets it go with the 3. Green with the rebound. Nets leading by 21. Here's Irving. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
One shot.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Griffin's checked in for the Nets.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders for the last 10 games. Gosh, can these guys throw the ball around the court? Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. James Harden, number 1.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Doomboy is checked in for Detroit. Smith comes in for DeLon Wright. Brown is checked in for Brooklyn. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Doumbouya passes to Smith. And it's Doumbouya in the corner. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Doumbouya's got 6 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And have to be very careful when you're on Smith Jr. He doesn't back down from the contact.
Pistons have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And that one misses. Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Luwawu subbed in for James Harden. And he sinks the second. Nets leading by 23. Pass to Claxton. Irving against Jackson. Here's Griffin. Off target with his 3. Detroit's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And Grant slams it home.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Now, here is Irving. He's got 15. Here's Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shot clock at 5. Here's Luwawu. Brown outside. Pass to Luwawu. The second chance effort. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Luwawu's got his second basket of the night. This Pistons squad struggling. Smith the pass to Jackson. Back to Smith. Over Irving. They get it back. Stewart. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
Irving's shot is good.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
And, well, Detroit shooting around 41% on the night. Stewart passes to Smith. And it's sent back by Irving. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Detroit making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Here's Smith. Lee outside. Smith outside. And the pass to Lee. Shot clock at 6. Knocked loose. Pass break Detroit. Here's Doumbouya. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
The Pistons have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. And he makes the first. And Brooklyn making a change here. He hits both from the stripe. 12 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Griffin. Launches it. Doesn't go that time. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and I'm just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. And as great as James Harden has been, his game has attracted its share of critics. They say he flops or travels or that he dominates the ball. Shaq, what do you think?
Listen, haters gonna hate. He's playing at an all-time great level right now. And when they're winning, jibber, 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 jibber. Jibber, 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 jibber.
Well, of course, the critics are judged not by what they do in the regular season, but what they do in the postseason. So, you know, to silence those critics, you got to get that ring.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. They've got Plumlee. Jackson is out there with Wright. Then there's Grant, and it's Bey in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Harden's shot is off. Pistons trailed by 21 from 18 feet away, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Jackson's got 7.
Well, it makes him a lot more effective when his mid-range shot is dropped.
Harden the pass to Green. Nets passing it around. Harden up top. He's covered by Grant. 5 on the clock and out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Here's Wright. Passes to Grant. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on James Harden.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
One shot.
And Grant no good on that one.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That'll be his second foul of the game. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Bay. 5 points in the game. Pass to Plumlee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And it's sent back by Irving.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Jackson in the corner. Detroit, no good that time either. Nets leading by 19. Harris outside. Outside, Green. Pass to Harden. From the arc. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his third assist on the night.
And Harden attempts more threes than just about anyone, and you don't get that kind of leeway unless you're knocking them down.
Here's Bay. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Lets the three fly. Another miss by Harden.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter. How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break?
Now here's Harden. 11 points in the game. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open, and Harden finds it. And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And the dunk by Grant.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Here's Bay, guarded by Harris. Harden with it. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. And there's the pass to Green. And on the way from Irving for three. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers. A moment here to look at some numbers for Irving. He's getting around 28 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Now here's Jackson. 7 points in the game.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
He's played with a doggedness, a determination. That's how you end up with double-digit boards.
Here's Jordan. No good on the triple. Passes it to Bay. Hits the three-point bomb. Bay's got 12 in the game.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Harris kicks to Harden. From deep. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 11 rebounds in the game. Nets leading by 21. Here's Green. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Jackson gets it to go.
That gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Pass to Harden. Looking to get it going. He takes it up and lays it in. And that's 13 points for James Harden.
Now look, nobody takes more contact than Harden inside. Nobody's better at scoring through.
Pay gets the bucket. Now Harden. He's got 13. Pass to Jordan. Irving double team. And here's Green outside. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Green's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
It's stolen by Green. The pass to Harris. Inside. Got a piece of it. They kick it out to Green. Harris dishes to Jordan. Nets passing it around. Ring shot on the way. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Irving's got 25 points in the game. Right, the pass to Bay. Harris against Grant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And Grant drops them both. Brooklyn with the ball. And here is Brown. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Johnson kicks to Brown. 6 to shoot. And Brown throws it down hard.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Yep, it counts.
And whether he's stepping back or spotting up, Smith Jr. is a threat to score, especially from the mid-range.
Poked loose. Pass to Claxton. Johnson with it. And Dumboya picks him up defensively. And the shot is good from Johnson.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And it's Smith finishing it off.
You gotta love the ferocity Smith plays with, especially when he's attacking the rim. You can body him up, but boy, is it hard to stop him.
Lee with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Grant, that's good.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Brown outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Now here's Griffin. 9 points in the game so far. And Grant sends it back. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. This break gives us a chance to see the league's best fast break teams in the second half of the season. They've really ramped up the energy. Fifth best, the Nets.
You know, the NBA season is a marathon, but the way they played since the break, man, they're running a sprint. How about that transition offense?
Now here's Jackson. 8 points for him. Grant down low. Brown's there. No good from Grant. Ahead. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Brown. Griffin's got 11.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Harden with it. Now Smith defending. And yes, it's good.
And Harden is the last guy the D wants to see get loose on the break. I mean, so talented at finishing off of these opportunities.
Pass to Jackson. Goes back up. And it's blocked. Pass to Claxton. And Grant sends it back. Fast break Detroit. Smith with the ball. Here's Jackson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. 10 points for him.
And he's really great at keeping after misses, using those long arms and quick instincts to snag rebounds.
Harden throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya.
Oh, the feed off the bounce is in just the right spot.
Harris is checked in for Tyler Johnson. Free throw good, James Harden.
Look, he's always a league leader in free throw attempts. I mean, Harden, he's so shifty, so strong, and he can beat you from any spot on the floor.
Now here's Lee. In transition, here come the Nets. The finish goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Josh Jackson.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
Stewart's checked in for Jeremy Grant. That free throw good from Harden. 1:05 left to play in the third. They get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
So a moment now to see the story on James Harden. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. First in assists, 8th in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
This is his third trip to the free throw line.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Smith.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Brown outside. The pass to Claxton. And here they come. Stewart passes to Smith. He kicks it to Lee. He's covered by Brown. And it's blocked by Brown. In the corner, it's Harris. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Doumbouya. They grab their own miss. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Don't give in with those semi-fast break and get mismatched. We got to sprint back. We don't want to have just give in to a mismatch. That's what they want.
And Dwayne Casey extremely focused on what he feels are cracks in their transition D.
Hey, creating space on the fast break. Something every team practices. They not only have to flip from offense to defense faster, they have to communicate much better.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going, we've got Johnson, Harden out there with Griffin, and it's Chiozza in at the 1 spot.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Passes it to Doumbouya. Gets it to fall from the right block. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah,
that long ago, at least
No
it feels
kidding.
like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. The first one falls. Cook is checked in for Doumbouya. And the Nets also making a change. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for James Harden. He's perfect from the line this time. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Out to Lee for the three. It's good from long range.
Well, he's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
Chioza passes to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Now, you got to be more physical than that. Griffin, I mean, even when you knock him around, he stays focused on the drive.
The Pistons have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Magruder. Knocks it loose. And when rookies come in, there's a lot to learn, especially managing money. And Chris, the league is trying to help players manage those large salaries.
Well, players have great resources now that are available to them, and so it's great that the league has lended a hand and said, hey, if you need any help, don't be afraid to reach out.
So it's the Pistons now, after the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Magruder, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
One shot.
The Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to Luwawu. He dishes it to Jordan. There's the pass to Perry. Rebound by the Pistons. Cook looking it over. Lee bounce pass. It's intercepted. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Never been the biggest scorer per se, but with Jordan's experience and ability, he can still burn you.
Here's Lee. Passes it to Cook. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Lee kicks to Magruder. Shot clock at 5. Picked him clean. Here's Luwawu. Those three-pointers off the mark. There's the three. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's with the shot. No good from Luwawu. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here is Cook, guarded by Jordan. Lee with the ball. Tipped away. One-on-one here. Chioza passes to Luwawu. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters, because now I think they're on to something if we could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well, and I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now Lee Servetus bangs home the trifecta.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
And Brooklyn turns it over again. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Cook. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Nets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Pass to Cook. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 5 to shoot. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for the Pistons. Servetus sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Great work right there on the inbounds play. Getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
And there's the pass to Luwawu. It's blocked, so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Feeds it to Johnson. Passes it to Luwawu. Just 5 to shoot.
And he really seems to just have lost his touch at halftime.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. But his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Pass to Perry. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now here is Smith. Pass to Magruder. There's the lob to the hoop. The rebound by Luwawu. Luwawu's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Chioza, no good. Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. They get the rebound. Smith up top. Cook kicks to Magruder. Second shot opportunity. That's tipped, and he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. Down low. It's tipped. And here's Smith. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Servetus. He's guarded by Johnson. He gets that one.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Luwawu, the pass to Chioza. High arcing shot. Here's Magruder, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. And the first one at the line is good. And the Nets making a change here. Griffin's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. The pass to Chioza. Rebound by the Pistons. Stewart's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Servetus. He's guarded by Johnson. Brooklyn in control. Here's Chioza. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, D-like that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
Servetus. Here's Stewart. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
2 shots. It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that 3 is going to be vital.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Chioza. Passes it to Perry. To the middle. Griffin down low. That shot no good.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kyrie Irving.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Oh, great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
And Stewart gets it to go. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Johnson. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, very few can match your offensive creativity. So how do you integrate that into the team system?
It starts in our practice. It starts with our practice habits, getting our swing action and practicing with a purpose. You know, whether it's shoot-arounds or walkthroughs, we're starting to show progress right there and just getting back to what we know, and that's executing on both ends of the floor and trusting one another.
Well, the ball was certainly moving tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.